The trauma model approach to psychology actually just tells you that instead of being mentally ill or having a problem, that we just understand that trauma is a normal part of human experience and it leaves scars or wounds, and we just need to work out how to deal with them. If we think about the main reasons that we have issues, it comes down to our emotions. We've got two main primary negative emotions: shame, which is responsible for depression, and fear, which is responsible for anxiety. We know that we can wake up every morning and it feels like Groundhog Day, and you feel like, I feel just as bad today as I did yesterday. And yet, here it is, you don't know how to resolve it. You've talked to a number of people about it, and you're kind of tired of everybody just telling you to get over it. Well, that's because telling you to just get over it without giving you a plan about how you're going to get over it, or giving you some clear markers for what it looks like to where you want to get to so that you know when you're over it, that's part of the problem. At least I can show you how to do that. I can show you clearly what it is that brought you here, and then show you how it is that we're going to get you to a point where you're able to live the life that you really love. So the trouble with trauma is that it's actually at the basis of all of our mental health issues. And I know that you don't want to hear it, but our childhood experiences are actually at the basis of this stuff. And I love it when people kind of go, oh no, that happened so long ago. It's got nothing to do with that. But the issue is that our childhood experiences leave an imprint. And that causes us to then react to certain situations in the same way over and over again. And we kind of have this way of doing things because of the imprint that it's left behind. We might have a big traumatic experience. I got hit by a bus as a pedestrian. That was a big traumatic experience. But in reality, all it did was bring up all of the stuff from my childhood up until that point. And I had to then go back and deal with all of it, because the emotions and the feelings that I was having as a result of what happened to cause that accident just brought up all of the other times in my life prior to that, that those same feelings were there and I hadn't dealt with them. I needed to deal with them. Now, I wouldn't advise you all get hit by a bus to be able to resolve it. You know what's cool is that this book actually just kind of, does what the bus did for me, but you can just read a book. It's much simpler that way. But it shows you how all of those experiences have actually led to the point that you are now, where you are here today, and what it is that you need to do to be able to move forward and let that stuff go. So this book isn't just for clients or people who see it in the bookshelf and think, oh, that's interesting. It's also for therapists who work with people who have got depression, anxiety issues and might want to understand where trauma actually plays into all of that and how to resolve it. So what I really want for you to take out of this is understanding that by resolving the trauma, you get this sense of release, a sense of freedom that allows you to accept yourself exactly for who you are, and to be able to then work out what you want to do with the rest of your life, because the possibilities are endless.